Because when you talk about being passionate or doing something you're passionate about, what it's really trying to tell you is you're willing to suffer for something that you love so much. That you're willing to do whatever it takes for what you love. In much the same way, passion in the modern sense now is actually asking yourself, what is it that you're willing to do when you're not paid to do it? When you're doing it and nobody knows you're doing it, not for ego, not for fame, not for money, for the love of it. When you can ask yourself that question, what are you passionate about? In that sense, in that truest sense, is when you know that that's really what you want to do.
Right.
And when you can do that, then you can start really living in your truest potential and living in a true state of happiness because you're doing something that you love, that you will do at whatever cost.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting for the shadow to get into position, I want that shadow to come up about here so this way I can get a nice even lighting across it. While I'm waiting for that to get into position, I'll do an explanation of these other pieces. Please pardon all the noise in the background. Alright, hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm gonna talk a little louder. Alright, so this piece here is called Inhale Life, Exhale Art. If you see up top, right, the smoke forms the letters A, R, and then T, art. And then on the bottom it says L, I, F, E, right, art life. Alright, so this is basically highlighting some of the issues we're dealing with in this year of 2022. We complain about the gun violence, and we complain about the opioid epidemic that we're going through. And then we look at the entertainment and we look at how we're spending our free time. Then there's no wonder why there's a correlation between the two. Okay. So then we're gonna go over here, right? So this piece is, what did I call this piece? I can't remember what I called this one. The Fall. Okay, this was called The Fall. So this explains the fall of man from paradise into earth. But it wasn't just the fall of man, it was Adam and Eve both came into earth, right? And when they come through earth, they're either gonna be judged, they're gonna be judged upon their action. They're either gonna be going to hell, or they're gonna jettison themselves up back to paradise from which they came. Okay, this is the fall process. This is the tree, all right, the forbidden tree that they came to, that they went to, which got them right here, if you look, which got them expelled and dropped into the lowest of the 7 heavens, our earth and this universe. Okay, so there's 7 heavens. That's the first one, the lowest, and the smallest. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and above 7 is paradise, which is where they came from. Okay, so that's called the fall, right? So then we get here. All right, we got let me move this bike real quick so we can get a good view of it. All right, bang. Trash can really let me go, so I can see what I'm talking about. This is a pretty deep one. All right. This one's called Dark Hearts. Dark Heart Art, basically. Dark Heart Art. Alright, so this one explains how social media has basically enslaved so many people, you know. And you look at the light here, that means our intellect, our knowledge, our critical thinking, all that stuff has been shut off. Okay, our critical thinking skills and critical assessment, critical analysis, all that has been basically turned down. And then we look at the dollar sign, right? Right, so this creates the ideal consumer. They graze without consciousness, and now this is the motivation, you know, this social acceptance. This is where we're at today, and we find that there's a rise in depression. Okay, and we look at again the dark heart, the black heart, right? And what's his eyes focused on? Right there, 2022. Alright? That's what we're dealing with right now. Alright, so then we're gonna go over to this piece. I call this piece just because. Let me move the chair out the way real quick so we get a good look at this one. And the reason I call this piece just because is just because I like to rock. This one has no... Alright, so my battery died before. Alright, so this piece I call just because, and it's just because I like to rock. It just doesn't have any particular meaning. It doesn't have any meaning in particular, but I just like having fun with the letters, man. I just twisting them up, you know, coming from different angles. I like to freestyle stuff, man. Right when I come, I don't like drawing stuff beforehand. I mean, like this to me is fun. I mean, it's like a little roller coaster. You know, sometimes I just want to shut my brain off, man. Stop thinking about things and just rock, man. And that's when I go, you know, that's when I go to the letter styles, man. A lot of times I just zone out, you feel me? But yeah, so that's it. I mean, I want to finish up this whole section here, this whole spot. I mean, we still got more space here. I mean, it's ongoing, you know. But this where I kind of relax, man. This part of my therapy, you know. Believe it or not, with all that noise in the background. But yeah, this my therapy, though, man. See that? Most people paint and sip. I paint and exercise. I ride my bike up here. See, those are my cans right there in the back, right there. See, I just throw them on the back of the bike. I just come up here, got my little seat. Sit. Feel me? And just relax, man. It's chill for me. I'll be up here crack of dawn before everybody up. You know what I mean? This my go-to place, man. This 432 Ocean Avenue, Jersey City. You know what I mean? Ocean of consciousness, Ocean Avenue. You want to come over here, 432, all right? Just like the Hertz. Peace.